Hello and welcome to Getter Farms. We're back with another episode of the Westby Wisconsin Revised map, and we're gonna be jumping right back into our tillage today. I haven't quite figured out if I'm gonna do some time lapse or how we're gonna do this. If I'm gonna do a little bit of this off camera, haven't decided yet. We're gonna figure that out here soon. I did play around for just a moment and figured out that a hired worker will drive on these not quite fields. So we do have some options available to us when the time comes. Right now what I'm going to do is actually remember how to set up my GPS track here so that we can at least drive convincingly straight here. Not that we're driving straight already, as is evidenced by these tracks here, but that's okay. So we're just gonna try and get this going. There we go. This should make everything a little bit easier here as we get going now. And so, since last time, I have done a little bit of research, and I want to put a big thank you out to all of the people who in the comments of my video, as well as the people on the Discord server, have commented and, given me some information about this strip farming methodology that seems to be somewhat common in the Wisconsin area, at least. I did actually go and look at a few of the How Farms Work videos, because he farms very similar to this, and read a couple of Wikipedia articles. So it's a different style of farming, but it does make sense why they alternate the crops in the different strips here to keep the water from running too far, and the different types of crops tend to slow the water down better. So that's a interesting thing that I have not seen done in other places. The fields in southern Minnesota are by and large quite a bit flatter than this. So we're gonna finish this little piece off that's on the awkward angle here, and then so we got what, 4 or 5 total fields here. Let's take a look. We have the one we already did, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So we got 5 more fields to plow here. This one's gonna go pretty easy, and I think the rest of them as well are fairly long and narrow, so we're gonna be able to just kind of keep driving along here and get these done without quite as much turning around, which is always more efficient. And we're going at a little bit of an angle here just to kind of match the contour of the land so that I don't have to adjust quite so much or have so many odd diagonals. It also puts us a little bit off of the previous crop rows. This chisel plow works out pretty good. 10 miles an hour, or chisel plow, ripper, I guess it would be technically. Working out pretty good. We're getting 10 miles an hour. I am nervous that we don't have enough money to buy sufficient seed for all of the fields that we have here. I think that what I've decided to do is buy 1 pallet of liquid fertilizer and several pallets of seed, and then start planting and see how far each of those goes, and then decide if we're gonna just double down on the seed or if we've got enough money to keep going with some fertilizer. So that first field is gonna be very telling here as the temperature warms up. I think we've got to get up to about 50 degrees ground temperature before we can plant the corn and soybeans. I'm going to take this headland off so I can quit running into the trees here, I think. Maybe I'll just go along the length here and do this everywhere so that I don't have to worry about it later. We are going to be plowing all of these fields. So yeah, so that's the goal is we're going to do at least one planter full with fertilizer and see how far we get with the seed and the fertilizer, and then the rest of our money will go straight into seed if we don't think we're going to make it. So I'm interested to get to that stage here pretty soon. I'm going to turn around on the neighbor's field. I'm sure he won't mind. And we'll probably just take a second pass off. At some point, I probably need to clean up the edges of these fields. It looks like the field itself and the texture that's drawn on top of it aren't quite matching up for us. But I don't really want to have to go around and do that just now. I might do that little bits off camera, just so I can whiz around and clean those up. Not the most interesting job here. But for now, I think we're just going to take the rest of this headland off and finish up this second field here. This is going a lot faster than I thought it would, so that's good at least. I feel like that first field took a while, but maybe I was just tired. So yeah, this is a nice little tractor. This 4955 little. It's a fairly decent sized tractor, at least for the era of machinery that we've got going on here right now. So I'm definitely enjoying this addition to the farm. Well, I'm not sure if this is how you'd want to do this in real life or not. I'm still trying to figure out how you treat these grass strips. Like, I gotta imagine driving on them is okay in general. I mean, you're not really worried about compaction on, you know, the area where you're never growing anything, right? So, you know, I think I'm just gonna kind of keep following this GPS track and actually cross the line into the next section. As long as I remember to lift up the 3-point before I drive through the grass, we should be okay. We've made some decent progress here on this field. I'm trying to get a feel for how much more we've got. We got 3 more sections after this cornfield that we just got started on, so we've got a fair amount of tillage left. I think I'm gonna keep going with the time lapse here, just because it gets to be difficult to fill the void while plowing for an hour straight. So we're gonna just keep going at it here and check back in with you guys maybe at the end of this field.
Been walking round in circles, wondering where to start. This long overdue conversation, why we're falling apart. Awake, tossing and turning, one more endless fight. Since I heard you were talking to someone else last night, thank you for making it easy to leave. Thank you for letting me know how I feel. It's the heart that hurts the most, but I'm ready to let go. So now I thank you for making it easy to leave. I can hear myself breathing as I walk out the door, like a house caught on fire. There's no way back to before. Thank you for making it easy to leave. Thank you for letting me know how I feel. It's the heart that hurts the most, but I'm ready to let go. Maybe it's better for the both of us. It's just a sad way to end. I thought we were the exception, but there's no way to mend. So now I thank you for making it easy to Thank you for making it easy to leave. Thank you for letting me know how I feel. Thank you for making it easy to leave. Thank you for letting me know how I feel. It's the heart that hurts the most, but I'm ready to let go. Thank you for making it easy to leave.
She's pulling pretty hard up this hill. 6 miles an hour down from our top speed of 10. So definitely feel these hills with these tractors, which is really cool. I like that effect. I wanted to have some tractors that weren't going to just be completely overpowered, and I think we've definitely succeeded there. And so we're almost done with this field up here. I mean, I think we finished the bean field. We're well into, if not almost done with this cornfield now. Trying to figure out where the rows are here for this. We might have a little bit to clean up on the backside. Yeah, we've got a good chunk of this cornfield done already as well, which is encouraging. We've definitely been going to town here for a little while, so I thought it was a good point to interject my warm feelings of this 4955 struggling to get up the hill. And just as it struggles to get up the hill, it does a good job going down the hill. So I don't know, it's just a pretty cool mod. I like the sounds. I think a few people commented on the sounds yesterday in the comments, and definitely has a good audio profile, especially when it starts up. I like how it sounds when it starts. I like that it's got a little bit of a darker smoke here. You can actually see the smoke coming out of it. I don't know how realistic it is to be puffing that darkest smoke the whole time, but it definitely looks cool. It looks like this field's got a little glitchy spot right in the middle here. I swear I plowed this. Let me just try it from another direction. Oh, maybe I just missed it. I've been known to miss a bit here and there, historically, I suppose. And we're almost done with this little bit in the back corner here. I'm tempted to just clean it up, but we'll probably just do what we've been doing, which is lifting up and keep going along this other field. We're gonna come over here, try not to scrape up all of our grass spots. Probably would have made sense to go around the contour on each individual field a bit, but we'll make do, that's for sure. Oops, we didn't mean to put that back down. Oh well, it's done now. So yeah, we didn't clean up that corner. It's always a struggle for me between doing these long runs like we're doing, and should I have just finished off that corner of that field. Oh, we've got a good chunk of the cornfield up here still, too. So yeah, this is definitely a more efficient way to plow these fields up. I'm just not sure it's the most realistic. I probably should be following the contour of each field around and finishing off the fields one at a time, or the strips one at a time. I'm not really sure how you'd normally do tillage here. I didn't get that far back in some of the How Farms Works videos to see what he was doing in the spring. So, or in this case, this would typically be more fall tillage, but because we're starting a new game, we've got to get everything planted or plowed before we plant. And so with that, I mean, this is going pretty good. I appreciate you following the series along. And we're going to get into some much more interesting field work here in the next episode. That's all for today. Kedurk.